All right, so now they're going to fight back. There's no fighting back here because they're... no, I'm sorry, his opponent... that is a 6. So he's going to go ahead and take a hit. Because, again, this is simultaneous. No, I'm sorry, no. He gets to attack first because he's got a spear. So he'll be able to attack first. Again, he's got the spear. He attacks first. And we'll roll for his dodge. That is a 9. That will dodge. Okay, so no more damage for him. Hey Wargamers, welcome back. Purple Druid here, and today we are going to jump right back into part 2 of the expedition to Sounding Bridge, part of the Druid Quest playtest experiment. And our intrepid adventurers, whom you can see right here, have been exploring a ruined village in the mountains to the west of High Fork. And today we are going to resume exploration of this section of the town. We are using Treacheries of the Troublesome Towns, Tome 2, for the city tile generation. And in this tile we have discovered a hatch and a staircase that both lead down. And so let's ask our augury dice if we should go down or if we should continue exploring into the next tile. So for right now, they're in this room here, and they just discovered this 20-foot tall humanoid statue without a head. And that was the last thing that we had done in yesterday's episode. So let's go ahead, and they've discovered this hatch. Should they explore it or not? Let's roll the dice and see what we're going to do. The answer comes up no. We are not going to explore the hatch. Should we then come through this door? Let's, in this alley here, which is strewn with rubble, should we go down the stairs and take a peek? Again, no. All right, so we're going to go back into here, through there, and into the next sector. So let's see what we've got. The black die is the 10s. That's going to be a 62. 62 is a 3 buildings, and there's 2 sorts of things. So let's say there's 2 in 6 chance of an encounter. Let's go ahead and roll for that. As we come through this door, it looks like we're going to come into this open area here. So let's roll and see if we've got an encounter. Yes, there is an encounter. So immediately after coming through, climbing over this rubble here, or coming through that doorway, we have an encounter. So let's go ahead and roll for that. And what I did is, in the meantime, I've made an encounter table here. So let's roll on that. It's an 8, 3 beastmen. All right. So our adventurers are coming through. This is our marching order. We have Agar in the middle because she's down to 1 hit point. We have Malag in the front, and Zorva, they are in the front. And then Karathi and Kos are bringing up the rear. And we have run into a group of 3 beastmen. You can see that. Yeah, all right. So let's roll a d6. The black will be for the party. Is anyone surprised? The beastmen are surprised. Therefore, the party will get to move first. Should they parley, or should they go ahead and attack? We'll see yes for parley. So that's a yes. So they're going to call out to the beastmen and attempt to negotiate. Let's go ahead and roll on the reaction table. From Cal Areth. Where's the reaction table? There we go. And we have a 3. Their reaction is to kill. So the beastmen are going to charge into combat. So it'll be 2 versus 2. Beastmen. Hit points D6. No armor. They fight with claws or clubs. We're going to say they have clubs. They're cowardly, and they use pack tactics. Now, we are not outnumbered by the beastmen. So that's not going to put the characters at a disadvantage for the combat. So let's go ahead and roll our combat here. Let's see. Let's get some dice. And as previously mentioned, attacking is 2d6 plus strength versus 8. Malag has a strength of 2, and Zurva has a strength of 1. Malag has the red dice. Alright, so that's going to be a 5 and a 4, so they will both miss. Now, they will defend with 2d6 versus plus agility in order to dodge. And Zurva has an agility of 1. Malag has an agility of 0. So let's roll for that. And Malag is able to dodge. Zurva gets a 7. So he is not able to dodge. So Zurva is going to take a hit. And that will be, 6 damage for Zurva. He is going to... Wait. Zurva has 2 armor points, so that'll be 4. He's got 4 hit points, so that's going to take him down to 0. So Zurva will go down. Alright, so we encounter some beastmen. In 3rd sector. No surprise. Parley fails. Beastmen attack. Zurva is hit for 4 damage. Down. All right. So that's the end of the first round. This is Karathi. He is armed with a spear. He's going to be able to attack as well as Agar. She's going to move behind. He's going to move up. Actually, let's see here. Who's faster? Karathi His agility is 0. Agar has an agility of 1. So she'll be able to move up. They have agility 0. Let's see. Karathi's the red die. If he rolls higher, he'll be able to move up. Otherwise, the beast man's going to move up. Okay, so he moves up. And now we'll do our second combat. The black die will be Agar. The red die will be Maleg. And the white die will be Karathi. And again, we are going for 2d6 plus strength. So Maleg gets a +2. Agar and Karathi get a +1. So we have an 8 for Agar. We have an 8-9 for Maleg. And we have a 12 for Zerva. Awesome. So all 3 of them are going to hit. And they'll do d6 damage. These 2 will do d6 to this beast man. That's 10. He's going to go down. And her damage will then be wasted. Karathi will do 5 damage. And the Beastmen, as I recall, they have 1d6 hit points. Yes. So the Beastman has 6 hit points. He takes 5. So he is not down. I'm going to give him a damage token. He has 1 hit point left. This one has a total of 5 hit points. I'm going to use these blue dice for their hit points. All right, so now they're going to fight back. There's no fighting back here because they're... no, I'm sorry, his opponent... that is a 6. So he's going to go ahead and take a hit. Because again, this is simultaneous. No, I'm sorry, no. He gets to attack first because he's got a spear. So he'll be able to attack first. Again, he's got the spear. He attacks first. And we'll roll for his dodge. That is a 9. That will dodge. Okay, so no more damage for him. No agility bonus for Maleg. He is going to... Both of them will use their spears against this one. This one will move up. They're going to stay put. And once again, let's go ahead and roll. Black, red, white. All right, we have a 6. We have a 7 for Agar. That's going to be a hit. No, I'm sorry. They need an 8. They need an 8. Never mind. Red is a 9 for Maleg and an 11 for Karathi. So, damage. No damage for Agar. 1d6. 1 damage for Maleg. And 5 damage for Karathi. This one is going to go down. And now they've lost half or more. It's time for a morale check at the end of this round. The Beastmen are cowardly. They have a morale of 6. They have to roll under. They have a 7. Okay, so he's going to turn and flee. And will Maleg be able to get an attack with advantage? No. He will not. Will the... They're going to chase. Will they be able to catch up with him? No. All right, so the Beastman turns and flees and disappears into the rubble. But we have 2 dead Beastmen. And are they carrying any sort of treasure or anything worthwhile? No, they are not. Okay. So we have 1 injured Beastman out there. And 2 dead Beastmen here. We're going to take a moment and give first aid to Zerva, and he'll be back up with 1 hit point. After some rest. So now he'll be back in the second row also. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw we're going to explore 62. So 62 has 3 buildings, like so. And we'll just explore these in a moment. All right, so this is cut off. That's interesting. It looks like that's supposed to connect to something else. And there's a question mark there. All right, you know what? We're just going to put a door here that will connect it. And we'll check each building now to see if there's anything interesting. In the first building, no. In the second building, no. In the third building, first room, no. Second room, no. Goodness gracious. And in the last room, we do have something interesting. All right, let's go ahead and roll on our points of interest. Let's see what we've got here. You know what? That's not. This is really for outside. What do we got here? You know, let me pause for a second and find a good table to work on. All right, we are going to use the Random Tables for Dungeons and Layers by Dr. Tim Woods. And here on the room function table, this will give us a little bit of information that we can draw from. Now, we're going to assume this was a home, so we're going to roll in this column. And the black die is the 10s, so that's a 30. And a 30 is a divination room. Okay, so this is some sort of divination room, and something is still, let's put a little circle here. Something is still active and magical in this area. All right, so they find a divination room. With active magic. All right, so that's pretty cool. So why don't we do this? Let's say that our friend Malag, the explorer, he's going to attempt attempt to use the divination circle and find out where will they be able to find what Morpan is looking for. So first of all, we're going to ask the augury dice, can we find what Morpan is looking for? And the answer is no. Oh boy. Okay. And everything else comes up blank. Let's ask the augury dice, will there be a false lead? Yes. But it will lead to something good. Okay. Of the remaining 5 sectors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which one is it in? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to get a impression that something valuable is in this thing. It's a false lead. It's not what Morpan is looking for, but it is beneficial to the party. So they're going to go ahead and cut back through here and move up this way from the south. So let's go ahead and roll on our table. 13. Oh boy, 13 is a complex one. Look at this, 13. All sorts of stuff could be in this one. Plus there's a staircase and a hatch. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is going to be complex. I'm going to hit the pause button and draw that out, and we'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. This is what we've discovered. So all of these little icons here, the SE stands for servants, A stands for aristocrats, G stands for guards, and then TT is for troll. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to say that this is an old manor house, and it is full of skeletons. There is a troll here. However, he's a special troll. He is magical somehow, that he has been able to survive. And we remember, this is good. Whatever we find in here is something good. So the troll is going to tell the party, first of all, the skeletons don't attack. That's one good thing. But the troll will bargain with the party. And let's say here, I know that there's a quest in 4 Against Darkness. So let's go ahead and look in here under the quest table. Quest table, page 39. He is going to give them a quest. All right, perfect. He's going to, okay, so these stairs lead up to a former second level, which has now collapsed into the rubble. They came through here, they found the troll, and he's going to give them a quest. And that quest is number 4, bring me that. We're going to roll in the magic item table to determine what the object is. The party will need to kill a boss. It says there's a 1 in 6 chance he'll have that object in addition to his treasure. So to complete the quest, the party must bring the object to the room where the quest started. So the troll is going to lay a quest on the party. They need to go down the hatch into the dungeons below and find a magic item and bring it back to him, and he will let them go. He will... Now, this is not what Morpan is looking for. But let's roll in the magic item table and find out what it is that we're looking for here. Where's the magic item table? Magic treasure table, 34. All right, magic treasure table. Roll a d6. It's a 4. A magic weapon. Okay. He's looking for a magic weapon. Roll d6 to determine its type. It's a 3, a crushing hand weapon. All right, so there is a magical mace. The troll is sending them down into the dungeon to look for a magical mace. So he's going to ask them, command them, to retrieve a magical mace. All right, so what we're going to do is, when we come back, I'm going to take a little break here. When we come back, we're going to go down this hatch into the Undercity. We're going to use 4 Against Darkness maps and the procedure to find a boss. There will be a maximum number of 5 rooms. No, let's find out. Our maximum number of rooms is 7. There'll be a maximum of 7 rooms. And we will go from there. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. Be sure and tune in for our next episode where the party goes below ground in search of the magic mace. Thanks for watching and keep on gaming.